So we are group 10 and what our assigned task is navigation, buoys, marks, and beacons. My members are me, D. Cadet Sarmiento, D. Cadet Romero, D. Cadet Taganas, and D. Cadet Sesiban. So, start.
Next.
Learning objectives of this report. Explore the various types of buoys, marks, and beacons. Learn about International Association of Marine Aids to Navigation and Lighthouse Authorities or AYALA systems.
Buoys. Buoys are floating devices typically anchored in bodies of water such as oceans, seas, rivers, and lakes. They serve various functions and are commonly used for navigation, safety, important monitoring, and research purposes. Buoys are easily recognizable by their often buoyant and visible structures above the water's surface. They can be made of materials like metal, plastic, or foam and are designed to remain afloat even in rough water conditions. Next. Next, please. Port hand buoy. A port hand buoy is on the left side of the channel when heading upstream. A port hand buoy marks to the port or left side of a channel or where a danger is located. Must be kept on the port left side of pleasure craft when proceeding upstream. It is colored green. If the buoy has a light, the color of the light is green. The top is flat. Next. Starboard hand buoy. A starboard hand buoy is on the right side of the channel when loading upstream. A starboard hand buoy marks the starboard or right side of a channel or where a danger is located. It must be kept on starboard right side of a pleasure craft when proceeding upstream direction. It is colored red. If the starboard buoy has a light, the color of the light is red. It is top cone is shaped. Next. Bifurcation buoy. A bifurcation buoy is used to mark the point where a channel divides into branches. You may pass this buoy on either side, port or starboard side. When moving upstream, it's colored with red and green bands. The main or preferred channel is shown by the color of the top band. Next. Junction Day Beacon. A junction day beacon marks a point where a channel divides. Starboard junction day beacon. The starboard junction day beacon has a red diamond with a red triangle inside. It marks on either side of the preferred channel is chosen. It should be kept to one's starboard side when proceeding an upstream direction. Port junction day beacon. The port junction day beacon has a red diamond with a green square side inside. It marks the junction of two channels and may be passed on either side. If the preferred channel is chosen, it should be kept to one's port or left side when proceeding in an upstream direction. Hand day beacon. A hand day beacon is similar to lateral buoy. A port hand day beacon is similar to hand lateral buoy. It points out to the left side of preferred channel and it must be kept on the left when the craft is going. Isolated danger buoy. Isolated danger buoy marks an isolated danger on the water. An isolated danger buoy is moored on an isolated danger such as wreck, insecure, or safe body of water. It is used to mark an isolated hazard in waters which are otherwise navigable. Next is sisiban.
An anchorage buoy. An anchorage buoy marks the outer limits of designated anchorage areas. An anchorage buoy is a buoy that marks the outer limits of designated anchorage areas. Because an anchorage buoy of marks the perimeter of by anchorage areas. Consult chart for water depth. Next, cautionary buoy. A cautionary buoy marks an area where mariners are to be warned of dangers. A cautionary buoy, a colored yellow, is a buoy that marks an area where boaters are to be warned of dangers such as fire ranges, raceways, seaplanes, bases, underwater structures, or areas where no safe through channel exists and where traffic separates. Next, a mooring buoy. A mooring buoy marks an area for mooring or securing vessels. A mooring buoy is a white with an orange stripe. Next, cardinal buoys. Cardinal buoys point out a danger while north cardinal buoy. A north cardinal buoy is located so that the safe water is to north of the buoy. It is colored black and yellow. The top is painted black, indicating that it is a north buoy. The lower half is pointed yellow. If this buoy does not carry a light, it will be spar shaped. South Cardinal Buoy. A South Cardinal Buoy is located so that the safe water is to south of the buoy. It is colored black and yellow. The black is positioned in the bottom, indicating that it is pointing south. The upper portion is painted yellow. Next, East Cardinal Buoy. East Cardinal Buoy is located so that the safe water is to the east of the buoy. It is colored black and yellow. The black is positioned in the top and the bottom with the yellow portion in the middle to indicate that it is an east buoy. West Cardinal Buoy. West Cardinal Buoy is located so that the safe water is to the west of the buoy. It is colored black and yellow. The black is positioned in the center to indicate that it is a west buoy. The yellow is positioned top and bottom. Next,
Mark. Marks refers to various types of fixed or stationary aids to navigation. that are used to guide mariners and provide information about the location of hazards, safe passages, channels, and other important points along a waterway. Marks are typically positioned on land or fixed structures and do not float like buoys. Next, please. So, lateral marks. Lateral marks show the port or left and starboard or right sides of navigable waters or channels. When the port and starboard lateral mark are opposite each other, travel between them. Sometimes they are not in pairs though. When there is a single lateral mark, the safe side to pass depends on the direction of travel or voyage. Next. Okay. So, first, north cardinal mark. North cardinal mark shows that there is safe water to the north of the mark. The top cones point up to north. Second is south cardinal mark. South cardinal mark show there is safe water to the south of the mark. The top cones point down or south. Third, east cardinal mark. East cardinal mark show there is a safe water to the east of the mark. The top ones are in the shape of an egg. To remember this, to remember this, think about E for egg and for east. So lastly, west cardinal mark. West cardinal mark show there is safe water to the west of the mark. The top cones make the shape of the wine glass. To remember this, think of W for wine glass and for west. Next please. Isolated danger mark. Isolated danger marks show where there is an isolated danger that has, navigable water all around it. For example, an isolated shoal, rock, or wreck, but don't pass too close. Safe water marks. Safe water marks show that there is navigable water all around the mark. For example, fairway, mid-channel, or landfall mark. Safe water marks have red and white vertical stripes with a single red spear at the top mark. At night, a single white light shows a long flash every 10 seconds. Next please.
So the next is beacons. Beacons aid in directing travelers to their destinations. Radar reflectors, radio beacons, sonic, and visual signals are a few examples of navigational beacon types. So visual beacons can be found on the land or in the water and can be as little as single pile buildings or as a big lighthouse or a light stations. So beacons including radar reflectors, radio beacons, sonic signals, and visual markers like lighthouses play a crucial role in guiding travelers to their destinations. Their reflectors enhance visibility on radar screens. Radio beacons provide reference points of navigation systems, and sonic signals offer audible cues, especially in low visibility conditions. Shores, lighthouses serve as a prominent markers on land or in the water. So next is the purpose of the beacons are fixed or stationary aids to navigation that help mariners determine their position, stay on course, and navigate safely. So they provide visual or auditory cues that are particularly useful during daylight hours or periods of clear visibility. So it serves as essential fixed or stationary aids to navigation. So it is supporting mariners to in determining their positions, maintaining course, and navigating safely through various waterways. So whether positioned on land or in the water, these these beacons offer visual or auditory cues crucial for maritime navigation. So particularly valuable during daylight hours and clear visibility conditions, beacons provide reference points that aid mariners in safely navigating their vessel, avoiding obstacles and staying on course. So there are types of beacons. There are different types of beacons, including lighted beacons. So lighted beacons, these beacons operate with low light conditions. The characteristics of the light, including the pattern and duration, help mariners identify the beacon and understand its significance. So it equipped with visible lights play a crucial role in enhancing visibility during nighttime or low light situations. The characteristics of the light, including the color pattern and the duration, convey important information to mariners. Second one is the sound beacons. So some beacons produce sound signals such as bells, gongs, whistles, or horns. So these audible signals are essential for navigation, especially in foggy conditions or when visibility is limited. So the last one is the unlighted day beacons. So it distinguishable by distinctive colors, unique shapes, or markings, offer visual reference points for mariners during daylight hours, contributing to a comprehensive navigational system that ensures safe and efficient sea travel. So these are typically painted in distinctive colors and may have unique shapes or markings that are easily recognizable during daylight hours. They provide visual reference points for mariners. And that's all be all for our topic.